Dave Birkett here, along with Shawn Windsor, Arrowhead Field, Kansas City. Shawn, after a 30-17 Detroit Lions loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. And look, I think this game simply comes down to fourth downs. The Lions had two big mistakes on fourth downs. One, a motion penalty that cost them a touchdown. They had to settle for a field goal. Amon-Ra St. Brown had a drop on another fourth down. The Chiefs converted on fourth downs. That gave them an early lead, and ultimately I think that's what cost the Lions tonight.
They did. And then a couple other plays. If we're going to talk about 4 or 5 plays, that's the cliche, right? That we used to talk about.
Always.
In the league.
It really is what it comes down to.
It does. There was a pass interference on Travis Kelce that kept the drive alive, right? On a night like this, when your defense is depleted against an offense, it's actually been rolling. Tonight was the third straight game. I think the Chiefs have scored 28 points or more, which is the first time they've done that in a few years. So they're feeling themselves a little bit. But in any case, in that context, you get one shot. If you don't take advantage of it, you're not going to get them off the field. And they couldn't make that play either, especially with their depleted defense.
Look, I don't think this is a loss that fans need to be all up in arms about. These things happen. The Chiefs are a good team. They were a desperate team coming in at 2-3. But it is a little disappointing that the Lions only put up 17 points. I know they weren't happy about that after the game. Something that's easily fixed, though, with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming up next week, or cause for concern?
Well, it's a good question because, look, I didn't think they played all that great against Cleveland. They had a pretty good defense. They didn't move the ball well at all against Green Bay to start the season.
Right.
I'm still not entirely sure what this offense is. Their margin, when they don't get explosives, the margin for error is not that great. As good as they are, as good as the line has been and how they run a game, to go 75, 80 yards on the field, 5 yards, 6 yards, 5 yards, 6 yards, try and pick up third downs, the fourth downs, as you say. That's hard to finish those drives. You can't do that against a decent defense all game long. So I'll be curious. Tampa has traditionally not shut their run game down, but given that some issues in that way.
Bucs have the best record in the NFC right now. The Lions are 4-2. These are two of the best teams next week. It's an important game for both teams, and especially important game for the Lions coming back home. They don't want to go into their bye 4-3. That'll do it for us out here at Arrowhead Stadium. Shawn Windsor, I'm Dave Birkett, Freak.com.